And it's not going to happen. They're stuck on their own side. Blue, not the perfect touch. Sorry, that was not Blue. Misty, I believe, does let it down from the roof. Ray hammers it home, and the player with the question mark above their head takes out the first goal, and with 24 seconds left on board, may take the third by Blue, actually. Maru going to go to that ball now, beaten by Rapupi off the ceiling, actually. Ends up a great pass to Maru. Rapupi can finish it, and 1&E have the first goal this game in a much shorter fashion.
So Rapupi's pressure provided through that corner right there, it did force it.
First on the board now for Nimpt in the second game as Blue takes it high again. Blue is the man to get that pass in for the first goal from 1&E, and he can take the second goal himself.
Yeah, this was a lot of work done by Blue. Gets the dribble up the field. Missy has the 50, dropped right underneath. Positioning is going to lead to a good challenge from 1&E that ends this match.
Big demo. Misty almost own-goaling there. Rapupi, last second save with the squishy mechanic, but it's not enough. Maru hammers it home, and Nimp have game 2. They are 1 away from winning this series.
I don't want to sound, you know what, instead of focusing on what Misty did, let's focus.
Defense there, Blue, into the corner as Ray doesn't get that boost. Rapupi will, and has the energy to follow that now, but he can't find the touch. As this goes midfield, Ray will find the first one for Nymph again.
And I said this after game number 2. Right now, Nymph is that team that is a bit more physical. A double demo opening the doors for Ray.
The solo play. I have not seen a game this demo heavy at this level in quite some time. Misty finally finds the back of net there after a great receiving touch here from Ray, actually. Passes it downfield for himself and takes a second touch. Secures that. I'm loving what I'm seeing out of Ray. I mean, it was hard to kind of see that. We saw glimpses of it in their last series in the qualifiers. Maru off a pass from Ray again will take another one. This is a great play out of them.
I mean, it looked like a pinch. I'm not sure if...
Yeah, now Misty still trying to make it happen. Only 2 goals in this, and that 2-goal lead is one of the most dangerous ones in Rocket League, especially if you leave a net like that for Blue.
Blue gonna go ahead and I believe grab their second of this game. Nope, sorry, it was Misty who got the first one. Blue.
It does find the ball, passes across, but Misty not available, does eventually get there. A good 50 goes their way, but nobody to take it now. Kansu doesn't get it past Rapupi. Blue down again to Rapupi. The redirect is there, and it's an even game. What a shot out of Rapupi.
The power Rapupi got on this touch, 122, just off of that redirect on the pass down and underneath.
Man, he'll try and follow it himself, opts to take it to the ground, tries to get back that control. Blue now infield. Misty, good opportunity, the mind game playing out here. Blue will finish it off the bump from Misty as well. Finally, 1&E get out the big brain play here to finish the game and take one for themselves.
Yeah, that was a sign for where the momentum may lie. 1&E looking to continue that attack right now. Blue in a good position, strikes it, and there is the bump I have been waiting to see, courtesy of Blue. 2-0 lead for 1&E.
This is so well calculated. We've seen this out of Nymph already, but finally 1&E.
And the defense will hold back the attack for now.
Misty, great pass into Rapupi, back down to him, the little 1-2 play, finds the angle and finds the bottom right corner of the net. Misty will take goal 3 for 1&E. They are starting to run away with this game.
Yeah, they are a 3-goal lead, only halfway through, and the defense will hold back the attack for now.
Misty, great pass into Rapupi, back down to him, the little 1-2 play, finds the angle and finds the bottom right corner of the net. Misty will take goal 3 for 1&E. They are starting to run away with this game.
Yeah, they are a 3-goal lead, only halfway through. So they're almost just cost them this game. Fortunately, Ray was able to bail them out. And in these final 30 seconds, guess what? Nip still has a chance, but not if this one goes through. Misty puts the dagger into Nip to possibly, probably, I'm going to say it secures that reverse sweep. And 1&E, they go to the winner. Need to learn when it comes to this region. The game 1 doesn't mean anything. I mean, it means one team has to win, 2 instead of 3 games. But in terms of play style, in terms of tempo, everything can flip so quickly. Rapupi with the dribble. Just underneath, makes it a 1-0 lead.
And 1&E just racking up continuous goals for themselves from their last season.
Obviously, though, when you look at this lineup, yes, Maxiu's exciting. Yes, LCT can be consistent and has some fireworks in them. It can turn into that Realize show, but at the moment, it's the Rapupi show, a tight cut underneath. This is the same look 1&E showed us in Game 1 in our last series, but this is what happens when it works.
And this is kind of what, and being able to get those passes into the other two players. Blue paying off very well for 1&E there as he gets that three-man play, but immediately Maxiu hammers one home for 3 rats, finally breaking the 1&E streak, and what a setup by LCT off that crossbar. Here, it's not too much of a risk, but the double commit out of 1&E is probably not a great sign either. There's a good shot. Blue barely makes a save, but Realize can get the dunk on it.
So Realize deserved that goal, I feel like, from this touch right there. Beats the defense because of the boost, doesn't put it through, but Blue didn't get the pitch he was looking for, and Realize was somehow able to turn the side boost. How does LCT not get that double? You see him drain it so many times. Yes, it's a tough shot, but you gotta hit that in a winner's final.
I don't know, I mean, that was very high. LCT says it doesn't matter, fires another one home, and now 2-0 up for the 3 rats. With the minute left against this team, 1&E should be worried this game. Traditionally defensive role than you would see in 1&E generally, so seeing more defense coming out of them is kind of what I was expecting out of seeing Misty join this roster.
Well,
the shot from Maxiu.
Yeah, all the defense in the world was never going to save that shot, GEX. Maxiu absolutely drains this. Now, it wasn't over 100K, but it didn't demo underneath. That means LCT will press it forward, and once again, 1&E has to play defense.
Blue now. Oh, great second touch out of Blue. Will actually find the back of net. A brilliant play out of Blue here. The follow was so good. Just nobody able to get under it there. Realize did try and chase it back, but great touch out to LCT. Rapupi makes a great choice to come in on that there. Blue takes a shot and will actually find the net. It's a narrow margin, but he finds it.
And that is a big go-ahead goal with 14 seconds remaining. Blue just barely squeaks that one past. It looked a little sloppy on that attack.
Now, as much as 3 rats are probably one of the stronger rosters we've ever seen out of Asia, they are a team that thrives the most when they're just having fun and not worrying. Misty with a shot like that, and the pressure that 1&E have been able to put on makes them worry.
Yeah, I think this is definitely looking very strong for a chance of a little bit of an up.
Their side of the field now, 1&E though, with the aggressive momentum on the field, as Realize will turn it around, gets it back across, great pass to LCT, Blue gets there, but will only finish it that little bit harder.
As we watch this one again, I mean, Realize it's just a pretty easy pass across up to cross up that net, yet when they do connect on passes, sometimes they can be some of the fastest and some of the most dangerous in this region. It's nice to see that finally come into play right now. Want to see that bit more? Oh, Blue with that spike. That was just far too clean.
Yeah, I mean, sometimes having the wall to limit the angle you can put your car at actually makes a shot like this a lot harder.
The forefront, though, of the mind of the 3 rats, at least so Blue drives it forward, caught by LCT, and again, LCT and the 3 rats are just unable to get a sustained attack going. It's like the script got flipped and Realize can get another cross-up touch. And now we've got ourselves a tied game.
And again, it's off of a bit of a passing play here. LCT finding Realize. They are brilliant solo players.
Got some momentum. It's kind of been Blue out of nowhere to shut them down. Well, that's not going to be the case right here because Maxiu is looking to go the distance with this one. Does get to the backboard, keeps it held in a dangerous spot. Here comes LCT. Snipes it past the defense, and for the first time in a long time, the 3 rats take a lead.
And 1&E just seemed that little bit more relaxed on that defense there than they had previous VMix set up.
True, VMix.
We'll have to see. LCT under this now. Take this to stealing, follows it, but no boost, will read it in though. An unbelievable 0 boost dunk out of LCT. Secures this and probably the game.
That's got to be the best goal of the night thus far.
As it comes out Again, one last chance for a goal to take away in this match, but with 3 seconds left and 2 goals down, that last goal from Rapupi, as well struck as it is, will not save 1-8.
Will it? I don't know. I see 1 second on that clock, Gag.
That just barely covered.
As we do see Misty finally get a nice little touch. LCT shuts it down. Ball goes over the top of Rapupi. This could be dangerous. LCT backward. Where's the strike? There it is. Post and in. Realize takes the 1-goal lead for the 3 Rats.
Absolutely had to be a goal for the 3 Rats here somewhere. They just had the defense scramble, and 1-E was starting to double commit and panic, and once that starts, if you can continue the pressure at that point, well, I mean, stuff kind of like that happens. Not exactly.
Oh, that is heartbreaking for 1-E. Misty had the right idea on the cheat, but just misread the ball. It didn't move. Oh, Squiggly, who can't make a read on the ball. An unforced error from Squiggly, and well, 1 swing and miss, 2 swing and miss, deliver over to Fishio, flick it in. That was a very, very clean play, I guess. What was the defense?
Yeah, I mean, Fishio, it's a nice flick, but yeah, I mean, leaving Ray back well, so I haven't seen this team name a lot, and yeah, I wouldn't be the one asking that, I guess. Ray, a good goal coming off of that top corner there, though.
That was a very good goal from Ray. Really well positioned, and from the midfield as well, able to post it and in. Can't ask for much.
A pretty decent banger of a shot on that absolutely tiny target in the top left. Now a shot finally out of Shoguns, though. A really well set up one as well. Fissio getting an assist out of this, and just hammered home by Bunny Dummy.
Yeah, that was, again, another well-placed shot. At the moment, we're kind of playing that what-if game. What if, you know, you don't see one of the best own goals of the event? Then we could be looking at a tie scoreline instead. Well, it's going to be another one for Maru. Second of the game, draining it in that upper left-hand corner. And, yeah, once again, it's a nice 2-goal cushion for the side of Nipt.
I mean, you kind of do see the deflects that away as Fissio. A nice little flip under that actually puts that up and out. Now, into goal off of Fissio's touch. A long, long goal for that one.
And the unforced error here, that double commit. Neither attacker was going to beat out the play in that situation. Bunny Dummy able to initially, but Maru does lose out. Ball actually goes all the way back to that orange side of the field. Bunny Dummy with the chance to pass it back with 2 defenders in Squiggly's face. Not to mention Maru reading off that backboard. Clears it halfway up the field. Shot from Fishio. Caught by Ray. Follows through from Bunny Dummy to the spike. It is in, and the Shoguns get a commanding 2-goal lead.
Shogun's looking quite confident here. It was, you know, a fairly decent center from Fissio, but Bunny Dummy finding that
little performance from Ray right now in the clutch, taking us to our final 23 seconds. Nipt looking for that equalizer, and they may have it here. Maru puts it through, and with 19 seconds left, we got a tie game.
Yeah, almost no more time to do this. It was going to be one of, if not their last chance to make this happen, but the pass
touch, but can't drive it back. A chance perhaps for Akikansu. Ball in a dangerous spot. That's going to be a lead. No! Because the ball hits the post on the open net. Squiggly nearly own goals it, but Ray actually will drain it through. And in overtime, Nipt goes up 2-0 on the series.
Yeah, a challenging task to clear that out if you are Squiggly
as well, so I mean, we can't necessarily write off that possibility, but the Shoguns are definitely going to have to work for it if they're going to win 3 games in a row right here, especially with the 1-goal deficit as Ray finds the first one just 19 seconds in.
And Ray absolutely threaded a needle here as well. It was a great pass in by Akakansu, but Squid don't know how there was enough room to score that.
Neither. I mean, that was just a well-placed ball. And playing off of that, Ray is not done yet. Looking to create some of that attacking pressure. Won't be able to put it through just yet. Akakansu goes for the double and pulls it off. A 2-0 lead for Nimpton. This is looking like the more dominant orange side I possibly was expecting to see.
Maybe not this style.
Ray now in possession of that ball. Bunny Dummy. Nice pass across the middle. Caught by Maru, who's going to try and chase it up, but Fishio will shut it down. And it's interesting to see how Shoguns are trying to approach this game, but these little holes in the defense, Ray constantly there to punish. A 3-0 lead. This is going from bad to worse.
And Bunny Dummy actually found the touch there, and Ray read it. This is
that consistency, and I know it's a hard thing to read when it comes to consistency because it can happen. It can sort of switch on at any given moment, yet good touch right there from Maru. Already makes one defender miss. Akikatsu's just going to help watch that ball roll in. Maru gets credit for the goal, and once again, a 3-goal cushion for the team looking to go to the losers final.
Maru absolutely should get credit for this. Look at this bump! Absolutely
emphasis how difficult it is. I went for one of those the other day, and what wound up happening was I got the demo, things were looking good, but I bounced out of the goal into the ball, threw it back all the way into my own goal, and it turned into an own goal. It was terrible, and I hated myself. Fiscio, though, is going to be able to get this one right here and bring us back within 2. As we look at that, just an absolute strike, 134. Off its location, I call it an own goal just because on the counterattack, I had a chance to make the save, and then I accidentally backflipped. That's another 3-goal game as Ray drains yet another shot. Give him the hat trick. And that with the 3-0, well, the 3-goal lead, I should say, probably is going to put Nimt into the losers. All right, so as we sit, it is looking very good for this 1NE side. However, we did see Nimt get one sustained attack before, and if they can find that again, or if they can just find a good touch from Ray, who is, in the span of a qualifiers to the event today, become the most consistent member on this team. I mean, talk about a turnaround from an individual standpoint. Seems like they just let him straight up the middle, and now a 2-goal game, not quite as spooky, perhaps, as that 3-goal mountain decline for Nimt. However, with that shot from Blue off the crossbar, will sink in. 4-1 lead. 1NE reminding who is the team we should be looking out for right now.
I kind of assumed that Blue would look for the crossbar to send it home. It would have been a pretty amazing goal with a lot of work from the team. What a shot from Maru. That's got to be high speed.
That was a fantastic strike from Maru right here, and at a much-needed time as well. 130K.
For Poopy into the corner. Misty was actually available on that side and looked for the shot. Now Blue hammers it home up high from that pass.
That angle as well was pretty crazy. Maru, even with that demo on Misty, it would have been good had Nimt not thrown 3 defenders into that corner for that equalizing goal. That said, there still will be one last chance possession in the hands of Maru, but he may have driven it too far forward. Blue has to make the read in the corner, gets that first touch, but Ray's already there to follow it up with the demo, with the shot. We got a tie game with 8 seconds to spare.
And I believe this has been tied up. I mean, the amount of confidence that 1NE had to work, just not enough yet again. No goal as we go into our second minute of overtime. We don't reach it there. 59 seconds is all it takes for 1NE to finally find that last goal.
Akikansu with the panic mechanics trying to reverse into that. I feel like Nimt wants to almost play around and rely on it. If they can bring it back, this is the time to do it. It's do or die for Nimt, winning in for 1NE.
Oh, Rapoopy, that is a brilliant way to start this game. What a goal. The control just glued to the front of that car. The flip to get the power. That comes off ceiling pretty hard down to Akakansu. A touch up was supposed to go to Ray, but Misty is just all over that. The confidence that 1NE Esports has right now just allows them to be up that little bit faster, that little bit closer.
Yeah, as we do see, Rapoopy trying to drive it forward, but eventually Maxi will be able to clear it back. Misty, nice touch to Rapoopy! What an infield pass, not typically the angle you expect, but devastating nonetheless. Following through and finishing plays 1NE.
Which is an incredible feat against this roster. Now, Maxiu trying to follow this up as Misty comes in, looks for a second touch to center. It's great pass as Blue hammers it home and takes a second one for 1NE.
Yeah, watching this again on replay, Misty with that setup through the corner, throws it down, and Blue 1NE, they're out with a nice lead.
I did like seeing Realize trying to get down from the crossbar to save that. It won't matter as Maxiu can return one and make up for it now. LCT, a great pass out. A 3-man players Realize sent it in. An opportunity as Misty almost able to take that pass as well, but Maxiu, the 3rd man, coming in quickly to steal that away. Gets a pass out himself. Realize with the shot off the back bar, and Maxiu, a second touch, will take it home.
And that is a huge equalizer for the 3 Rats right here. Realize just beats Misty to it. Rapoopy was expecting the shot. It could leave him exposed to the counterattack if it is their own attacking line that breaks, and this could be that moment. Misty thinks he sees it, but Maxu shuts it down. That's one defender out of the way, and Realize looking to punish, goes it back across the middle of the field, a double commit, but it matters not because LCT drains it, and the three rats complete the comeback and take game number 2.
Inevitable at some point, three rats were just stealing boosts left and right, just sniping them all.
Because if they did, that would have been a goal. They were staying back, waiting for that booming clear that just never came. So I guess no harm, no foul, but it is a sign of nerves, and that's a sign of calmness, because Realize just drains that. A 1-0 lead for the three rats.
And we talked about Realize having dropped it to the ground and got a flip to try and control that. Actually a really terrifyingly smart play if that's what was happening. Blue upfield takes that pass brilliantly as it just barely misses goal off of the shot from Misty and puts it. Blue unfortunately just not jumping in time. It was a narrow margin, but could have scored that redirect there. A great little touch from Realize into the ceiling will even the game with only 46 seconds left in this. I can't believe that Realize actually made that play.
Follow it up just yet. LCT, slow dribble off that backward, looks for the double, but too many defenders in the way. I don't like seeing the three rats going for more of these individual plays. They work best when finding clutch situations. I take it back. Maxu to Realize puts it through, and for the second overtime in a row, it is the three rats who get the win.
50 there. Maxi will get a touch. Rapupi bumped away from that though, and an open net opportunity should go the way of three rats, and Maxi will be the one to take it.
Yeah, that's going to be a 1-0 lead in favor of the three rats side right out the gate. And
Max, I think na 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 might be the most Australian thing I've ever heard out of you. LCT just snakes that one in.
Oh, LCT from underneath, and it's about time LCT is really able to finish one of these